The future of bass is one word: customize.
Yeah, they asking who's hot, just ask me. The grind is bound to break out like it's acne, like elite athletes.
My name is Victor Kamanga. I did a deep dive to find some of the most interesting and popular bass heavy headphones in 2023. So here are three of my favorites.
I tried to talk to Christine, she never gave me a chance. And rejection got me to focus and figure out who I am.
In typical Sony name, these headphones are called the WH-XB910N, but even though they've got a really long, weird name, they're actually really cool. Long battery life and quick charging is present. A Sony Headphones Connect app that lets you modify your sound profile easily, noise canceling, and some bass boosting features. But there are some extras on here like easy touch controls, an option to add ambient sound, and Google Assistant and Alexa capabilities. Having voice controls is pretty cool because if you have like a smart home, you can just ask it to turn on the lights, or you can just simply ask it for the weather as you're walking around. You're here for the bass though, and I'm really happy to say that these definitely deliver. While some of the other headphones on this category are more immersive, this delivers more of a true bass experience. It does a really good job at not overwhelming the mids and highs at high volumes, and you don't really get distortion at high volumes, which is always appreciated for bass heavy headphones. I'll have links to the most updated prices down in the description, and if I find any discounts, I'll add it down there as well. In terms of comfort, I love the way the Sonys feel on my head. They're definitely on the lighter side of things. They're also fold up, so you can easily put them in the traveling case, or you can just throw them in your backpack. So if you're looking for something to get around with pretty easily, these are the way to go.
I came out the womb with a bird eyes view. I done seen it all, there ain't nothing new.
Now, Skullcandy is one of the most popular headphone brands in this category, but before I jump into the bass on these headphones, let's break down the price and features. So there are two Skullcandy Crushers, one that retail for a bit under $100 and another one that I have here that goes for a bit over $300 with noise canceling. These definitely have some features that are useful, like long battery life. Skullcandy says you can get up to 24 hours on here, and just like the Sonys, I can honestly get by with a whole week of use. Quick charging and obviously active noise canceling is also on here. They also have a built-in tracker from Tile, which is super useful if you think you'll be traveling a lot, and if you're just somebody who carries your headphones with you all the time and tends to misplace them, this is going to come very handy. I know a lot of friends who are just like that. In terms of comfort and hardware, the Skullcandys have a pretty much straight to the point design language. They went for this minimal design, just like you see with a lot of the other headphones on this list, aside from, I guess, the newer phones. They're light on the head as well, which is nice. I'd say the heaviest headphones on this list is definitely the newer phones, and that's honestly because it has a better build quality than the other two. Now, as far as the bass, these sound absolutely insane. Like, if you put these on, max out the sound, put the bass all the way up, your head will be literally vibrating the entire time. It's kind of insane. Just like the Sonys, you also have an app here that you can adjust your entire sound profile, and these come with adjustable bass as well. If you want something that can be versatile, these are a great option. They're of course great for bass lovers, but there are also enough features on here so you don't have to buy a Tile, for example. So I think that's really useful for somebody who's on the clumsy side of things.
I've been in the mood and I'm trying to bring the vibe back. Drowning in decisions and I really can't avoid.
Like I said in the beginning of this video, the future of bass is custom, and there's no better way to hear the future of bass than from the newer phones. Before we get into the weird looking hardware here, let's take a quick look at some of the standard stuff. The headband on these headphones are really flexible. You can pretty much bend these straight and they'll be totally fine. These get up to 20 hours of battery life, which means it's gonna pretty much last the entire day or multiple days. I can typically get a week of use, just like some of the other headphones. The microphone on the side can pick up my voice pretty well. And there's this social mode, which is similar to the transparency mode that you can find on some of the Apple products, where you're able to hear yourself as well as anybody who's around you when you have the headphones in. And these perform better than all the other headphones that you've seen in this feature, and probably some of the best outside of Apple's ecosystem, since they're still the king with their transparency mode feature. Victor, why do these headphones have those super weird earbuds inside of them? Okay, so when you first get these, you put these in your ears. Go into the mobile app and it's gonna play some sound bit by bit after about a minute of listening to noises and answering questions from the app. These are actually gonna learn your hearing profile, which is really cool. And it's not just like them setting up an EQ for what you like to listen to. They're actually using the information from the app to measure how sound is hitting your eardrums. In terms of how all the cool tech and science actually impacts your audio experience, I thought these sounded really well. I will say at first it does feel a little bit weird on your head just because they're not typical or traditional in any means. But aside from that, the sound quality is great because since you do have that earbud capability that goes truly in your ears, you are able to get more of a sealed sound experience. So when you have this on plus noise canceling, you literally can't hear anything at all, which is really nice. And these would be good to use on the plane or in really loud environments if you're walking, let's say on the New York streets or something like that. You can throw these bad boys on and you're not going to really be able to hear much. I'd say as far as noise canceling, these and the Sonys are pretty much close. I might say these are slightly better just because you have a better seal with these, but they're both really good. Now, as far as the bass, these are pretty insane, just like the Skullcandies. The reason they're built like these is because the rest of the ear cups kind of just vibrate or just push against your ears, and it truly immerses you with the bass. And when you have these all the way up, it can be a little bit overwhelming, to be quite honest with you. I wouldn't suggest having these up all the way, all the time. One thing that I want to do on this video is compare all three headphones side by side. Specifically, I want to test out the bass capabilities. I'm playing the same song, bass boosted on Spotify. And we're gonna start off with the Skullcandy Crushers. And let's see how these bad boys sound. Left, okay. Active noise canceling is on. Let's play.
Yeah, they asking who's hot, just ask me. The grind is bound to break out like it's acne.
I don't know if you could see the headphones moving, but I can feel the headphones literally moving. Like my ears drums are literally vibrating and it's crazy.
If I tried to talk to Christine, she never gave me a chance. And rejection got me to focus.
Okay, that's about like 20 seconds. Let's go put on the next pair of headphones. Yeah, the Skullcandy Crushers are absolutely ridiculous. And I don't know how safe it is to have the bass boosted all the way and listen to music consistently with those headphones, because it literally you can feel your eardrums shaking. You can feel your whole head shaking. For you bass lovers, you're gonna really appreciate that, but I don't know how safe it is. Okay, let's try the Sonys.
Never tell me who hated myself, man, I'm much better. Easy for diamonds to shine after immense pressure.
So the bass sounds a lot cleaner on here.
Now I'm one of a kind. Many looking surprised, say I'm out of my
I can
mind.
hear the mids and highs better compared to the Skullcandy Crushers. That's definitely overwhelming compared to these.
Cause all I know, I'ma live life like it's supposed to be.
About 20 seconds as well. So what I can say about the Sonys, the bass sounds amazing, very great bass, but it does not shake your head like the Skullcandy Crushers. So that feels a lot more immersive. Now let's try the newer phones. These are the odd ones out of all of them with the little weird little thing sticking out. It's a little weird when you put them on. But what's amazing, you don't have to turn them on. As soon as you put them on your head, it's like, welcome, Victor. It says, welcome back, Vic.
Good, never try to explain what should be understood, so what's good?
So here's what I could say about the newer phones compared to the other two. The newer phones compare more to the Skullcandies because it's more of an immersive bass. It's actually vibrating your ears, but not like the vibration motors on the Skullcandy Crushers. That feels more similar to more like I think I'd compare it to like a phone vibration. The newer phones feel like they're pushing on my ears, like very hard to explain it. You have to try them in person, but I'd say in terms of my personal preference, if I want to just go crazy on bass, like crazy, like the Skullcandy Crushers are ridiculous. Now, for long periods of use, I think I'd prefer the Sonys because the Crushers are just a little bit too overwhelming. And then as far as, I don't know about the newer phones because that little tip that just goes in your ear, like I just don't know how long. I'd say for long periods of use, it does get a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit sweaty because it's actually using a different material than all the other earphones, as you can see here. It is pretty well insulated, I'll say that. It doesn't get as hot. But these are completely made out of metal compared to the other headphones where it's pretty much plastic for the most part. But I'll say in terms of immersion when it comes to bass, newer phones, Skullcandy Crushers are the way to go. In terms of just the overall bass and sound quality, the Sonys for sure. So even though all three of these are great for bass lovers, I think they're all for different people. At the cheapest on the list and the most versatile thanks to their inclusion of voice assistants, I feel like the Sony headphones are going to be great for people who want headphones they can use at work and for fun. Even though the price on the Skullcandy Crusher A and C and the Neurophones are pretty similar, I don't necessarily think of them as competition. The Skullcandies are really easy to get going with. I think these are perfect for airplane/commuter headphones for people who specifically like bass. The Neurophones, on the other hand, are great starter headphones for people who really appreciate music. You're not just buying headphones with these, but an entire experience. And that's what I really appreciate about the Neurophones is they're one of the first headphone manufacturers I've ever seen to really produce headphones that are tailored specifically for you. Like the fact that these headphones don't even have a button to turn them on is pretty futuristic. You see these with Apple headphones now, but honestly speaking, Neurophones was doing it first. And that's been another Everything Technology video. My name is Victor Kamanga. Thank you for watching. Bye.